Hey everybody, my name is Mr. Steve, and today is a special Dogman Day because today is the day that Dogman Grime and Punishment comes out. So if you're a big Dogman fan, and I assume you are since you're watching this, then you're going to be really excited to read the story. We're going to read excerpts of that story later on, but first we're going to do some trivia. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to say a trivia question. I'm going to pause for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then I'm going to give you the answer. Now, if you're watching this with other people who are Dogman fans, first one to shout out the right answer wins that point. Are you ready? Some of them might be easier than others, so let's find out. First question. Dogman was created by combining the body of a police officer along with the head of a dog. What were their names? The police officer and the dog. Go. Officer Knight and Greg the dog. Okay, question number 2. We know ADHD was a robot, but what did the HD stand for? I don't know if pronunciation matters. I'm going to read it out loud to you. It's Hexotron Droid Formagon. That's ADHD. Hexotron Droid Formagon. Here's a tricky question. I wouldn't have gotten this one right. How much money do Dogman and Lil Petey find in their house in Brawl of the Wild? $1 million and 91 cents. Those 91 cents are important to get the right answer correct. Here's the next one. What does FLEAS stand for? F-L-E-A-S. Furry, little, evil, animal, squad, FLEAS. Next question. What's the name of Sarah Hatoff's poodle? Zuzu, right. Petey has escaped from jail lots of times. I'm going to name you 4 ways. One of them is wrong. So tell me which one of these 4 ways is not a way that Petey has escaped from jail. A, turning into Flat Petey. B, hypnotizing the police. C, turning himself invisible. Or D, using a bunch of balloons to fly over the gates. A, B, C, or D, which one is not a way that Petey escaped from jail? It was B, hypnotizing the police. But that might be a good idea for another book. Okay, in Dogman and Cat Kid, what was the name of the movie company that made the Dogman movie? Gassy Behemoth Studios. That is correct. All right, my last trivia question to you is a visual question. So you're going to use your eyes. And you'll see that I have 8 books in front of me that are Dogman books. Which book is missing? If I tell you it's green, would that help? Yep, Dogman Unleashed is the correct answer. We're going to do another trivia kind of thing, but this one's a little different. It is, which Dogman character are you? So in order to do this part of the episode, what you would need is a piece of paper and a pencil. So you can pause me and go get that if you don't already, because there's going to be 8 questions and you're going to answer them by writing down which answer applies best to you, because it's which Dogman character are you. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, what is your favorite food Out of these 4 choices, which one is your favorite? A, gum, B, pizza, C, apples, D, rotten meat. Gum, pizza, apples, rotten meat. Make sure you write down the number or the letter. A, B, C, or D. Number 2, what is your favorite animal? A, dolphin, B, dogs, C, kittens, or D, evil crows. Favorite animal, A, dolphins, B, dogs, C, kittens, D, evil crows. Number 3, why do you like the Dogman books? A, they are really funny. B, they are exciting. C, I love the characters. Or D, nothing. I hate them and I hate Dogman. So write down which one of those letters applies best to you. I know you probably like a couple of those answers, but whichever one applies best to you. Number 4, what are you like in school? A, the class clown. You love pulling pranks and sometimes have trouble paying attention. B, the hero. You stand up for what's right and make sure everyone is getting along. C, the good friend. Everyone likes you and you are nice to everybody. D, diabolical. You're a bad guy and you should go to jail. Whichever one of those best applies to you. That was question 4. Question 5, what is your favorite color? A, green, B, blue, C, every color, or D, darkness. A, green, B, blue, C, every color, D, darkness. Question number 6, what is your favorite hobby? A, drawing, B, sports, C, smiling, or D, being mean. Your favorite hobby. A, drawing, B, sports, C, smiling, D, being mean. And now at number 7, what word best describes you? A, creative, B, brave, C, innocent, or D, atrocious. Best describes you. A, creative, B, brave, C, innocent, D, atrocious. And the final question, number 8, which Dogman book of these do you like the best? A, Fetch 22, B, the first one, Dogman, C, Dogman and Cat Kid, or D, none of them. A, Fetch 22, B, Dogman, C, Dogman and Cat Kid, or D, none of them. Okay, so now here's what you do. Count up all of your answers and see which letter you answered the most. Okay, so you can pause me if you're not ready yet, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what all these means. If you have mostly A's, that means you are Harold, one of the creators of Dogman. You are a creative person with lots of passion. You love to draw, and you have unique interests and opinions. Keep being you. So if you have mostly A's, you're Harold. Mostly B's, you are Dogman, the hero of the story. You are a brave person who sticks up for those in need. You try your best to be mature, although you have a silly side too. Never stop standing up for what's right. If you had mostly C's, you are Lil Petey, the baby clone of Petey. Everyone likes you and you get along with everyone. You are innocent and fun-loving, possibly a younger sibling, and you do your best to make sure everyone is happy. Keep being a good friend. And if you had mostly D's, can you guess who you were? Petey, right. The villain of the stories. Did anyone really get that result? Well, you have a very silly sense of humor and you like the unexpected. Don't be a villain, you silly head. Do keep being funny and surprising. So that was the test, which Dogman character are you? This was put together by OntarianLibrarian.com, so we give them credit for this awesome, fun test. I just wanted to show you some easy crafts that you can make that have to do with Dogman. For example, if you wanted to make an ADHD, kind of a robot of your own, I made one right here. I call this one 70DR. Anyhow, you can make robots around your house using things that you see every day. I use toilet paper rolls, googly eyes, pipe cleaners. I use some thumbtacks and aluminum foil to make a robot. You can do that if you'd like, or anything you want to is totally fine. And then we have the Word Be Gone 2000. I did not invent one of those, but what I did create is a book that has been destroyed by the Word Be Gone 2000. I had written all these wonderful things in it, and then all of a sudden, the Word Be Gone 2000 destroyed them all. So that's a fun and easy craft that you can make. So I wanted to show you a little bit from this book, Grime and Punishment, the brand new Dogman book. I'm going to start off right in the beginning. The first chapter is called Chief's Big Day. Good afternoon, I'm Mayor. Thank you for joining us on this nice occasion. We are here to honor Chief for being the best chief in town. Hooray, yippee! Isn't he the only chief in town? Shh! Here to present the award is Chief's very best friend, Dogman! Yeah, Chief rocks! Where is he? Dogman was here just a minute ago. I'll bet he's outside digging up those flower beds. My roses! Don't worry, Mayor. Dogman would never do anything like that. Hey, Dogman! As you can see, Dogman was doing that, of course. Listen, here he comes now. My roses! How could things get any worse? And then here comes Dogman. No! And that's our first flip-orama of Grime and Punishment. I'll let you do that one when you have the book. Bad doggy! Give me back my glasses! Don't cry, Mayor. He was just... I'm not crying! He slobbered all over my glasses. He got grime all over my new suit, and he dug up my rose garden. If that dog-headed cop messes up one more time, I'm going to take his badge away. Don't worry, sir. Dogman just gets excited, that's all. He'll be good from now on. Well, I should hope so. Now, where's my hat? Hey, my hat! Dogman, quick, give me the hat. Give it. Let go, seriously. And then rip, and down go Chief and Mayor. Crack, they hit the post, which crack hits another post, and then soon, run! City Hall collapses. Swish! Dogman, come back here with that hat! And we'll stop there. As you can probably guess, Dogman is in lots of trouble. Chapter 2, in fact, is called the saddest chapter ever written. So when you borrow this book or buy this book, you will be able to find out exactly what happens and what's so sad about that chapter. I know that you probably have read the Dogman books many, many, many times. In fact, one of the questions I get asked the most as a librarian is from parents who want to know books that their kids who love Dogman would like too, because they are pretty tired, I think, of hearing the Lil Petey jokes over and over and over. Speaking of, knock knock. iPad. iPad pooped on your head. Knock knock. Glue. Glue poops on your head. Anyway, those are pretty funny to tell, but for some reason, grown-ups seem to get tired of hearing those. I don't know why. Anyhow, I chose some books that I think that you would like that are similar to Dogman. We'll start off with this one. It's called Awesome Dog 5000 by Justin Dean. When you open it up, you can see that there are pictures throughout, but there's a lot more words in Dogman, and it's not in color. But it's a pretty fun story. Awesome Dog 5000 right here is a robot, and he's a special dog. Marty, Skylar, and Ralph are ready to save the world in a video game. They have lots of homework, so they can't really save the real world. But one day they stumble upon Awesome Dog 5000. And Awesome Dog 5000 got its name because it's a pretty awesome dog. Like, it can play fetch with a cannon. That's pretty cool. It can walk 300 miles per hour. That's pretty cool. However, there is an evil villain named, not Petey, Dr. Crazy Brains, who is trying to get Awesome Dog 5000 and control him for his own bad things that he wants to do. And it's up to the boys to try to save him. Awesome Dog 5000. I think you guys would like that one. This one here is called Spaceheads. Spaceheads is by John Cheska, and it is about a boy named Michael who goes to a new school. He's in 5th grade. And his life is a little weird to begin with, but it starts to get really super weird because there are 3 aliens that are in his class, disguised as 2 students and the hamster. And their goal is to try to turn 3.14 million kids into spaceheads. And Michael kind of thinks that something's a little weird going on there, so he tries to figure out what's going on with those weird kids and hamster. It's a really fun book. There's several books in the series. And inside, similar to Awesome Dog 5000, there's a lot more words in Dogman, but it's really fun too. So I hope you would like to try this one, Spaceheads by John Cheska. Next, we have a book called Comic Squad. Each one of the Comic Squad books has a different theme. And what's neat about the Comic Squad is it takes a whole bunch of graphic novel artists and authors and gives them a theme. So this one's Recess, and they create a comic alongside those lines. So you'll see Dave Pilkey's in this, showing a Dogman part, the part that has Word Be Gone 2000, that whole scene. But Recess is part of that one, so that's why they did that. But also inside here are other graphic novelists. Let me see, so I'll name some of them for you. We have Ursula Vernon, who did Dragon Breath. Jennifer Holm and Matthew Holm, who did Baby Mouse. Then there is Dan Santak and Eric White, Raina Telgemeier. There's also Jean Luen Yang, and lots of different ones. So I think you'd probably like this book a lot. Next is a series called The Creature from My Closet. And I'm not sure exactly how many of these there are. I think there might be about 7. But they're written by Obert Sky, and these are really fun books. So the premise is that there is a really messy closet that the main character in this has, Rob. Rob has a really messy closet. And one day in the first book, he hears some rustling in the closet, and out pops like a 4-inch high creature. And that 4-inch high creature is always different in every book. So in this book here, it's called Potter Wookie. So it's half Harry Potter, half Chewbacca. And these creatures cause lots of trouble around town. And again, this is another one. This is written similar to Wimpy Kid. That's what it reminds me of. But especially if you're a little older and you like Dogman a lot, this has similar humor to it. The Creature from My Closet. Have you guys read the Treehouse books? These are so awesome. This is the 13-story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths. Each one of these books in this series goes up by 13, so it's good for math too. So the second one is 13 plus 13 is 26-story Treehouse. The third one is 39-story Treehouse. 13 times 4, 52. 52-story Treehouse is another one. Keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Let me see, I think it might be on 117. I think 130-story Treehouse is the one that just recently came out. But anyhow, there's Andy and there's Terry, and they write books together. They live in a treehouse, and this treehouse is unlike any other treehouse. It is amazing. It has 13 stories, a bowling alley, a see-through swimming pool, a secret underground laboratory, and a marshmallow machine that follows you around and automatically shoots marshmallows into your mouth whenever you're hungry. And together, they have a series of completely nutty adventures because anything can happen in a 13-story treehouse. So inside here, as you can see, there's a lot of pictures. And these books are really popular. Andy Griffiths wrote 13-Story Treehouse. And the last book I wanted to show you is another Andy Griffith story. It's called Killer Koalas from Outer Space and Lots of Other Very Bad Stuff That Will Make Your Brain Explode. And inside here, every page is a little different. Some of them are just graphic novels. There's some poems in here. There's some regular stories. There's all kinds of different things. It says, this is a very silly book filled with very bad things. There are bad ideas like eating dead flies and silly people like the boy who unscrews his head and loses it forever. Then there are very bad things like blood-sucking grannies, rocket-stealing ants, and of course, killer koalas from outer space that come to Earth to rip off your face. But it's all in good fun. Anyhow, those are some of the many books that are written that are similar to Dog Man. I want to say thank you for watching this Dog Man video. I hope that you are encouraged to do some Dog Man activities of your own, and especially that you get a chance to visit your library or your bookstore and buy or borrow Dog Man, Grime and Punishment. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.